I've never taken over an existing business. I've always just started stuff, from scratch. Be it, Morris Air was a startup from scratch. Morris Travel was, the travel business, but we started the airline. WestJet up in Canada, we started from scratch. Morris JetBlue, we started from scratch. Azul, we started from scratch. So I'm just kind of a guy that starts from scratch. And so when you do that, you have founder shares, and you have them for a very good valuation. And if you share that, if you take a portion of that and say, this can be yours if you come and help me do this, then you can attract a lot of talent. And when I went to Azul down in Brazil, I looked at landscape, and I was unfamiliar with what was going on in Brazil, but I was familiar enough to know that there was not a lot of talent there on the aviation side. It was just 2 airlines and some other couple of small ones. Wasn't really impressed the way things were being run, and so I had to take a team with me. And luckily, I had one guy that had served his LDS mission in Portugal, another guy who had married a Brazilian and spoke Portuguese, another guy who had dated a Brazilian in college and thought they were pretty, so he learned Portuguese when he was at Harvard. So I had these guys at JetBlue, and so I gave them all, sold them founder shares, and then lent them the money, and said, okay, I have to buy these founder shares as part of this startup with our investors, and so of the $13.5 million that I put in the company, $2 million of it was money that I didn't get the founder shares, but I paid for. And then I said to him, come with me, I will lend you the money. And this was a 3x valuation to what the investors invested in. So if the investors make a 5x return, then these are a 15x. So it's, they're worth millions and millions of dollars for these guys. And so I took them with me. I took eight guys, and one's running maintenance, and one's running flight operations and flight pilot training, one's our chief commercial officer, one's our CFO, one runs customer service, so one runs planning and yield management. And so, to be able to get someone to uproot their family living in the United States and move to Brazil, and half of those guys didn't speak Portuguese at all, and they've had to learn it being down there, you have to make it really sweet for them, and you have to kind of paint a dream, paint a vision. Let's go change aviation in Brazil, and let's be part of history. And so it's not just the money, but it's also then fostering a work environment where they can be successful, where they have a good time, where they have fun, and where they can feel secure. And so it's all those things that come into it, and I've done it many times, so I know exactly how to do it.